Markham is a city in York Region, Ontario, Canada. It is approximately 30 kilometers northeast of downtown Toronto. In the 2021 census, Markham had a population of 338,503, which ranked it the largest in York Region, 4th largest in the Greater Toronto Area, GTA, and 16th largest in Canada. The city gained its name from the first Lieutenant Governor of Upper Canada, John Graves Simcoe, in office 1791 to 1796, who named the area after his friend William Markham, the Archbishop of York, from 1776 to 1807. Indigenous people lived in the area of present-day Markham for thousands of years before Europeans arrived in the area. The first European settlement in Markham occurred when William Birchie, a German artist and developer, led a group of approximately 64 German families to North America. While they planned to settle in New York, disputes over finances and land tenure led Birchie to negotiate with Simcoe for 26,000 hay, 64,000 acres, in what would later become Markham Township in 1794. Since the 1970s, Markham rapidly shifted from being an agricultural community to an industrialized municipality due to urban sprawl from neighboring Toronto. Markham changed its status from town to city on July 1, 2012. As of 2013, tertiary industry mainly drives Markham. As of 2010, business services employed the largest proportion of workers in Markham, nearly 22% of its labor force. The city also has over 1,000 technology and life sciences companies, with IBM as the city's largest employer. Several multinational companies have their Canadian headquarters in Markham, including Honda Canada, Hyundai, Advanced Micro Devices, Johnson & Johnson, General Motors, Avaya, IBM, Motorola, Oracle, Toshiba, Toyota Financial Services, Huawei, Honeywell, General Electric, and Scholastic Canada. Markham covers 212.47 km. Markham City Center is at 43 to G753 and 79 to G15 to W. It is bounded by 5 municipalities. In the west is Vaughan with the boundary along Yonge Street between Steeles Avenue and Highway 7, and Richmond Hill with the boundary along Highway 7 from Yonge Street to Highway 404, and at Highway 404 from Highway 7 to 19th Avenue and Stouffville Road. In the south, it borders Toronto with the boundary along Steeles Avenue. In the north, it borders Whitchurch Stouffville with the boundary from Highway 404 to York-Durham line between 19th Avenue and Stouffville Road. In the east, it borders Pickering along York-Durham line. Markham City Council consists of Frank Scarpitti as mayor, 4 regional councillors, and 8 ward councillors, each representing one of the city's 8 wards. Scarpitti replaced Don Cousins, a former Progressive Conservative MPP for Markham and a Presbyterian church minister. The community elects the mayor and 4 regional councillors to represent the city of Markham at the regional level. The municipality pays the councillors for their services, but in many municipalities, members of council usually serve part-time and work at other jobs. Residents elected the current members of council to a 4-year term of office, in accordance with standards set by the province. The selection of members for the offices of mayor and regional councillors are made town-wide, while ward councillors are elected by individual ward. The City Council is at the Markham Civic Center at the intersection of York Regional Road 7 and Warden Avenue. The site of the previous offices on Woodbine Avenue has been redeveloped for commercial uses. The historic Town Hall on Main Street is now a restored office building. The Mayor's Youth Task Force was created to discuss issues facing young people in the city and to plan and publicize events. Its primary purpose is to encourage youth participation within the community. There are no courts in Markham, but the city is served by an Ontario Court of Justice in Newmarket, as well as an Ontario Small Claims Court in Richmond Hill. They are also served by a Provincial Offence Court in Richmond Hill. The Ontario Court of Appeal is in Toronto, while the Supreme Court of Canada is in Ottawa, Ontario. Policing is provided by York Regional Police at a station, 5 District, at the corner of McCowan Road and Carleton Road and Highway 7, said. Highway 404, Highway 407, and parts of Highway 48 are patrolled by the Ontario Provincial Police. Toronto Police Service is responsible for patrol on Steeles from Yonge Street to the York. Durham Line. Major highways that pass through Markham include Kings Highway 404 from Toronto to just south of Lake Simcoe, which marks Markham's boundary with the city of Richmond Hill, and the 407 ETR, more commonly known as Highway 407, a privately owned toll highway that passes north of Toronto and connects Markham with Burlington and Oshawa. Highway 404 is one of the most important routes used for travel to and from the city of Toronto. Highway 407 primarily serves Markham from Yonge Street to York-Durham Line. The highway connects Markham with Clarington to the east and Burlington to the west. One of the most heavily traveled arterial roads in Markham is Regional Road 7, a major east-west artery. This road is more commonly referred to as Highway 7, a name which comes from the time when it used to be a provincial highway. The road is still officially Highway 7 east of Resor Road. Other major east-west routes include 16th Avenue, Major Mackenzie Drive, the combination of John Street, Esna Park Drive, 14th Avenue, and Steeles Avenue, which forms Markham's southern boundary with Toronto. The GO Transit Stuffville Line, a commuter rail line stretching from Lincolnville to downtown Toronto, provides passenger rail service in Markham. It operates only at rush hour and uses tracks owned by Metrolinx, the provincial transit agency. 5 stations on the Stuffville line serve Markham, of which 4 are within the municipal borders. In 2015, Metrolinx announced that the Stuffville line would get an expansion in service, bringing all-day both-directional trains from Union Station to Unionville GO Station. Markham's section of this GO line also came under the spotlight in 2015 as City of Toronto Mayor John Tories announced Smart Track Plan for rapid transit expansion in Toronto includes the rail spur between Union Station and the Unionville GO. On April 8, 2019, GO Transit added 10 midday train trips to Mount Joy GO Station, replacing the need for passengers to change to buses at Unionville GO. York Region Transit, YRT, connects Markham with surrounding municipalities in York Region and was created in 2001 from the merger of Markham Transit, Richmond Hill Transit, Newmarket Transit, and Vaughan Transit. YRT connects to the Toronto Transit Commission, TTC, subway system by way of Viva Bus Rapid Transit from Finch Station along Yonge Street and Don Mills Station through Unionville and onto Markville Mall. YRT has 2 major terminals in Markham, Unionville GO Terminal and the new Cornell Terminal, replacing Markham Stuffville Hospital Bus Terminal. The TTC also provides service in Markham on several north-south routes, such as Warden Avenue, Birchmount Road, McCowan Road, and Markham Road. These routes charge riders a double fare if they are traveling across the Steeles border. GO Transit provides train service on the old track bed of the Toronto and Nipissing Railway, which connects Markham with downtown Toronto on the Stuffville commuter rail service. The line has stops at several stations in Markham, namely Unionville GO Station, Centennial GO Station, Markham GO Station, and Mount Joy GO Station. The Richmond Hill commuter rail line provides service to the Langstaff GO Station, which straddles Markham and Richmond Hill, but is used primarily by residents of West Central Markham and Southern Richmond Hill. There is presently a private general aviation airport, Markham Airport or Toronto Markham Airport, TC Lid, CNU 8, 2.6 nautical miles, 4.8 kilometers, 3.0 miles, just north of Markham, north of Elgin Mills Road. The airport is owned and operated by Markham Airport Inc. and owned by a numbered Ontario company owned by the Thompson family of Toronto, rather than the Greater Toronto Airports Authority, GTAA. The airport has a 2013 FERT, 614 miles runway for small and private aircraft only, with night flying capabilities. The Royal Canadian Air Cadets Gliding Program formerly used the airport for glider operations in the spring and fall. Buttonville Municipal Airport was a larger general aviation airport located near Highway 404 and 16th Avenue in the Buttonville neighborhood that was operated by the GTAA. It closed in November 2023. The last part of this tour of Bayview Avenue will be in the city of Toronto, starting from Steeles Avenue to Mill Street, a few meters south of Front Street East in downtown Toronto. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe as this helps me to keep making more content.